What's up, everybody? This is Big Game James. This is my first little live stream here on YouTube. So give me a quick second right here. We're gonna talk some cowboy stuff, y'all. Where am I at? So how am I seeing these? All right, so just kind of bear with me, folks, if anybody is jumping in. Once again, this is Big Game James going live here on Silver and Blue Nation YouTube. This is my first live stream. You know what I'm saying? Just got the little ones and twos in here. You know, and I know everybody be out there on their grind doing their thing, but I want to see more of this coming soon. So anybody who wants to jump in once I get signed in here right quick. Okay, so we're going to get me in that so I can check out any comments anybody want to jump in. Yeah, I actually do. It's built in the phone. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. All right, so now we're going to just talk about a couple of things that's kind of been pressing, been on my mind. I've been posting on my page, Big Game James, crazy about this Demarcus Lawrence situation. So many people are frustrated. I'm frustrated. People are calling me, and I'm just like, I don't know what to. I posted on my page, my Big Game James. Make sure you check that out on Facebook if you definitely like that. But I posted how this reminds me of a 2015 Dez Bryant situation. You know, Dez Bryant was the same. What's up, everybody? So, what's up, everybody? I'm checking y'all out. What's up? I'm on the ones and twos, but you know, just like I said on my page, I was just like, man, you know, Dez Bryant was 26 years old. He held out. You know, he wasn't coming to camp. You know, he was staunch in what he wasn't doing. It was ugly. It was just really, really ugly. And man, he gets signed at the last minute. Next thing you know, he comes in late. Already gets a little dings early and then breaks the foot, and then the lost year, 2016, nothing. I mean, down year, 2017, down year. Next thing you know, he's gone within 3 years of that contract. And, you know, I seen what's up, everybody. Everybody's saying trade him, but it's a tricky situation, y'all, because you say trade him, but at the end of the day, he's using this shoulder situation. You know, I've been posting heavy like he's using this shoulder situation. There's so many scenarios. You know, he could sit out on this shoulder surgery, wait till they to the last minute and then sign it and then sit out. I was hearing that he could sit out the next 4 months and then be a free agent again. You know, they can rescind the tag. I had a gentleman on my page, actually on the show, Bobby Belt, who's really close with the Cowboys news. He was saying that if they don't get it done, by June or that July, that they possibly could rescind it. So it's going to be crazy what's happening. But if you say trade him and he's got a bum shoulder, my thing is, what team is taking a dude with a bum shoulder? Like, I don't know a team that's going to do that. Like, if I'm an owner, I'm a general manager, D.Law is nice, real nice, but you know, that shoulder is like tricky because I know he's had some prior injuries. He's had the broken foot, had the back surgery a couple years, and now he got the shoulder. And that's a 3 to 4 month rehab. Am I, general manager, going to take that chance? You know, I know as soon as I sign him, he's going to go immediately get the surgery, put him close into camp. It's just a tough situation right now, you know, because I don't want the Cowboys that feel like they got to start over, because my thing is, do they have a plan? You know, do they have a plan? Because when I see like the Patriots and those teams, a team like that, and you get one of those guys that are wanting a big contract, they already looking at it ahead of time and preparing for it. So just in case he does go that route, they're already covered. Now, I did say when Taco Charlton got drafted in 2017, I mean, you know, a couple years ago, that could be D-Law's replacement. That's what their thought pattern could be, just in case that he asked for that big money because his contract was coming up. And if D.Law was balking and then you had Taco Charlton, you saw flashes of Charlton, or he was a good player, then you could say, okay, D.Law, leave because we got Charlton backing you up. We can slide him right in. He's going to be a lot cheaper and he can get that same production. But that hasn't worked with Taco Charlton. And I think that's a problem because they keep on trying to making Charlton this right end. He's in the left end. And that's the issue. He's not getting the playing time. You're not seeing the development, so they can't really use him as a tool to negotiate as well. So it's just a real kind of tricky situation. It's frustrating for Cowboys fans because, number one, I do not want to. What's up, producer G? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know, I hear about the first round pick, but as I said before, who's taking him? You know, who's taking him with that shoulder? That's what I want to know. I don't know any teams are going to be jumping out and doing that. You know, it's easier said than done to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm listening to a few of the comments. What's up, Henderson? I don't know the first name. Kyrus Henderson, what's up? I'm going to try to be interjective as I can. 2016, people got to understand when he got drafted, he had, the broken foot, didn't really play that whole year into the playoffs, had that couple big sacks. But the next year, he did have 8 sacks, although it was in the end of late in the season, but he did have an 8-sack season. And then after that, then it was the back injury, and then the suspension kind of slowed him down. But everybody's got to understand when you're in a contract, you're going to play your best. That's anybody. If you're coming in a contract year and you know it, and if you're not all the way right, you're not going to get that money. So, of course, he's going to definitely show out. So when people say, well, they should have just signed him last year instead of tagging him, we wouldn't be having these problems. I feel that part of it, but then you look at, well, it was a contract year and he showed some stuff and he had been injured. It's kind of like the Cowboys didn't want to do a prove-it deal, but it was kind of like we had to because you didn't know about Demarcus Lawrence. Even though he had that big season, it was in a contract year. Everybody plays great in contract years to get that big money. So it was hard to hit him with a multi-year deal when you know you really wanted him to prove it. It wasn't a fluke. And he came back and did it. Now there's the problems. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Big Jop? What's up, Big Jop? I'm out here in Columbus, Ohio. I seen the contract, but see, from what I'm hearing, the agent, when they went to Indianapolis for the combine, the number was $20 million, and from what I'm hearing was Demarcus Lawrence was cool with the $20 million. But I'm hearing the agent doesn't have the great relationship with the Cowboys now because he wants 22.5 or 23, and that's where everything is getting all messed up because, Stephen Jones already said, there's 2 top-tier guys, and everybody else below them. So they must not think he's those 2 guys if Stephen Jones is saying that. If he's saying that, then that's why they don't want to jump up and pay him 22 or 23. But did they have a backup plan? That's the thing, because if they didn't have a backup plan, that's why there's this impasse of what to do, because they don't have a backup plan of trade draft picks and have somebody ready, because then it could be all messed up, because you better have a great backup plan because your team right now is on the cusp of trying to do something good. You have a good offense. You signed up, you got Amari Cooper still. You still got Zeke. You still got Dak. You got guys on the line another year. Witten's back. I don't think that's super great, but he's back. And you're trying to build this defense, and you can go into this draft really good. So do you really want to feel like you're starting over? So you really got to know what you're doing with this D.Law situation. That's my only thing. You got to have a backup plan. If you thought that he's not going to sign, then you better know what you're going to do, because you could set your team back, and that's what I don't want the Cowboys to do, because it's just going to piss me off. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's D.Law tripping, because he did go to he did work out with the guys. Well, the team captains did work out with the guys. I think he really wants to be in Dallas. I think he really doesn't want to go and play anywhere else. That's my personal opinion. I really think D.Law does want to stay here. I think more of his agent, and this is not the first player an agent has had a situation where the agent wants a lot of money, and the players in the bind. We've seen players fire agents because they were doing it different. So that's what we're really going to see. I really think D.Law is staying. He really wants it, but I wonder what the people agents are saying, because I don't think Dallas wants to pay that $23 million because they don't feel he's that, or they would have said it. Stephen Jones clearly said there's 2 top people and there's everybody else, And we know who those two top people are, Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald. And he wasn't mentioning D.Law. So, I mean, that's clear as day if anything can say it. And that's why there's the impasse of over $20 million a year, you know. But people say just trade him and get picks. Do you have the backup plan? Do you have a guy in the fold? Do you have, you know, you hearing about the Robert Quinn situation? Robert Quinn, I love Robert Quinn, but he's not D-Law. I don't give a hell. He's a beast, but he's not that player that he used to be. He's still good, but who else is going to be rushing that passer? You believe in Taco? Dorrance Armstrong Jr.? Who else? Tyrone Crawford? You don't believe in those people, and they will set the pass rush. And if you don't have a pass rush, and you can draft, but the draft you don't know. You're drafting players on potential. You don't know, even though you see it. You ain't seen them play in the NFL yet, so you don't know. So you want to have a good backup plan of guys you want to get just in case. You know, there's been guys talked about the guy from Cleveland, Emmanuel and Azuwa, but you better have a good backup plan. That's all I'm saying, Cowboys. You know. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know about Taco. I've just for the Taco Charlton situation, just you know, with that, I've seen Taco ever since he was out here. Since I'm out here in Columbus, Ohio, so I've seen him out here since he was in his Pickerington days. And I really thought, you know, I wanted Dallas to draft him. I was on record wanting Dallas to draft him. I thought he could be a good player. Not that great player, getting 14 sacks, but I thought he could be a good player. But Taco is the type of player that needs to play all game. And that's what I said from the very beginning. He's not one of those guys that you see that you can draft to have those quick twitch athletes. They just come off on third downs on our pass rush specialists. That is not what Taco Charlton is. He's not, to me, a pass rush specialist. He has to be an every down player to be effective. And he's not effective to me on that right end. I mean, we had Shimmy Schembechler from Michigan, who's Bo Schembechler's son. And you know he knows all about Michigan, everything about Michigan. He was on the show and basically told us Taco is a left end. That's it. That's what he is. So if you're a left end and you're playing behind Demarcus Lawrence in contract years and prove-it deals, you're not going to get any kind of work. You're not going to get any kind of time, any kind of significant time. So they're really not going to see you. And then you have the injuries, and then probably the back and forth with the coaches. So now you're like, man, what do you do? Because that is not working. And everybody says, you know, year 3, but is he going to play? Is he going to be starting with this Demarcus Lawrence situation? It's all up in the air. But I don't think Taco Charlton is like a 10 to 12 sack guy every year. That's just not my opinion. That's just my opinion about it. He's good, but I don't see 10 to 12 sacks even if he's starting. I always said he'd be about 7 sack guy in the league. He'd have to show me a little bit more to be thinking I'm going to think he's a 10 or 12 sack guy. You know what I mean? Yes, I've been hearing about Ed Oliver. It'd be a lot of trade scenarios to have to go up there and get that, man. My feeling all about this is why, you know, we shouldn't even be having to talk about this. That's the problem I have. I hate these draft trade scenarios. I know they happen all the time, but we should even be in this damn situation. First of all, with this shouldn't even be happening. You have everybody on the cusp of getting this the way you want. The only thing has to be Jason Garrett, and we've seen how that has been going. I have my own personal opinions about that, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'll talk too long about that. But you got a team player-wise and talent-wise, young age-wise, that can bang with anybody in the NFC East. Number one, can take the East every year if they do it right. And it's a team that every single year that can compete for a championship. Every year you have the team because I don't feel like the NFC is so dominant. So definitely Dallas could be a team every year competing for that. So it shouldn't be in this situation where you're having to do these long, drawn-out, dumb talks because it's not just hurting, you know, fans are mad, everybody's mad, but it's hurting the team every time, every day. D.Law is not there with the team. He's been the inspirational leader to me the last few years. He's kind of took over that defense. I know he didn't name the Hot Boys, but he kind of took it and ran with it. And he just really commanded that defense, and I really wanted to see him with these other guys. Antoine Woods, you got the Christian Covington kid. You got Kerry Hyder from Detroit who looks good. Hopefully he can, you know, stay healthy in the injury. Possibly you could get Robert Quinn in the fold opposite D-Law. Then you're looking at a monstrous, you know, front line, and then you can still draft somebody in the draft because it's so deep with defensive ends and defensive tackles. So you can still slide and get what you want and draft a safety or a defensive end, a defensive tackle. So this could all be smooth and dope. The offense is good too. This could be in smooth and dope, and we have this. And that's what I get tired of with the Cowboys is there's always some kind of drama. We can't just make this happen every single year, year in and year out, where we're competing and not underachieving and having drama. And that seems to be what's always tagged along with us. And it's frustrating as a fan, as a person in media. It's just frustrating to see because you see, I feel talent being wasted. You know, just kind of frustrating. Like I said, what's up, everybody who jumped in? I appreciate this is my first broadcast on Silver and Blue Nation. Big Game James. I appreciate everybody who's listening. Thank y'all very much. Just, trying to grind, and we'll be having more shows out here personally with this. But I wanted to jump on the ones and twos right quick, kind of get familiar with everybody, the fans out here, or just, people and kick it and talk. I love doing the Cowboys thing. Been doing the media thing. So just really trying to have a great time with Producer G and give y'all the best stuff out there. We got some guy. Like I said, I had an interview with Bobby Bell. He's really close with the Cowboys as far as news. I got another guy who I talked to who's very, very close with the Cowboys news, very prominent with Cowboys news. I can't say his name right now because I haven't got the full commitment. I got a commitment, but not the full commitment, so I don't want to jump out there and throw out names. But it's a very prominent Cowboys person out there in the Cowboys news. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to be getting hella other interviews for y'all. If y'all check the page, you've seen the grind with the interviews, with the training camp. We out there in camp, games, going to, restaurants, whatever. We're trying to get all them Cowboys guys. So, even this situation with D.Law, I would even we're trying to get it to where you hearing straight from the horse's mouth. So just continue to check in on Big Game James. I wanted to just throw a little bit of light on this D.Law situation. A lot of good stuff coming up later on. Just want to throw a quick, maybe 5-10 minutes talk right quick. I'm going to jump off here because I got to go grab me some food. You feel me? So I got to go eat. So make sure you just keep on tuning in for Silver and Blue Nation and Big Game James. We're going to talk hella more Cowboys football, Cowboys news, updated stuff, hot stuff, the fire, cooking it up. Make sure y'all just keep on tuning in and supporting our YouTube page, Silver and Blue Nation, and keep on giving us the thumbs up so we can grind and get it out there, and you're going to have a good time because we're going to have some fun over here. So make sure you check me out. I'm going to be signing off here. Just want to have a little brief broadcast for y'all, my first one. Hopefully y'all liked it. We had a quick talk about some D-Law stuff and my thoughts, and we'll be talking more. So this is a Big Game James. I'll be hollering at you. Signing off, Silver and Blue Nation. Peace.